Hello, everybody. Welcome to 50/50 Debugger. And I'm afraid to inform you we have some releases announced today. I have released my chocolate, and we've all the best in its endeavours.
I just released my hair from its ponytail. Yeah. We wish its luck.
And all its future, yeah?
Even though it's getting bleached tomorrow, so it's going to die.
Does it have a 9-day no-go component? Or is it going to have 32 days?
It's going to have a no residence clause in October anyway, so...
Oh, that's yeah, it's leaving for promotion, isn't it?
Yeah. It's joining the floor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but you're going to become part of Bald Incorporated, I believe.
I tried to submit my application to the Good Brothers, but they said until I get rid of the hair, that it's a no-go.
Well, it's part of the gimmick. You have to stick to the gimmick.
Yeah, I have to have more hair on my face than I do in my head.
Yeah.
And we all know how that's going. Like,
yeah, it seems to be growing. It seems to be growing back though after the fun you had before, because obviously last time there was just nothing.
I've been clean. I've been shaving on the daily, so.
Yeah, but it actually looks to them what it was, because last time the show looked far too baby. He was a proper baby face last time.
Yeah, that was the day that I did like have a tremor in my hand and.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeet the facial hair.
Yeah. For many reasons that never happened to me. Mainly because I don't have the tremor thing. Other thing is this could be back in about like a few hours. But there you go. So see, we're referring to the fact that we're releasing more releases this week. That's why the obviously taking going on. But before we get onto that, I have somebody here with me enjoying this show live. So if you guys hear laughing and sniggering at any point, that's what that is. Just so you guys aware. For those of you who want to know who it is, it's Steph who does copy Steph.
Hi.
So yeah, so you may occasionally hear from that. We'll see what happens in that regard. But we'll go on to the releases first. Actually, before we do that, we'll go on to email writer.
Is this the one that who said Bobby Ashley instead of Lashley?
Yeah, because
apparently
now you can work for WWE without knowing anything about wrestling or what's going on. You just need to be a comedy apparently, and refer to the world champ as a big black man with muscle, and think maybe it will be Ashley.
Yeah.
That vote for the future WWE creative, doesn't it?
It really shows you what means the most to WWE, doesn't
it? Yeah. Not the fans.
Well, not the writing either.
No. Also, we know it's the networks. Let's be honest. Especially after the last week we've just had.
Yeah. It's always been a measuring contest and about the ratings between the brands, though. Not brands. Channel.
The USA and especially for those who don't know what goes on. That's why we had Hell in a Cell matches on Raw and SmackDown over this last week, because jealousy!
Yeah. And the one in SmackDown didn't do anything for the ratings at all, so...
No, it's
laughable, really.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get onto the Raw one. The Raw one, I actually thought did serve a good purpose.
I mean, I was surprised with who was actually in it.
Exactly. So we will get into obviously when we get to Raw. But I thought out of them that was the more worthwhile if you were going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely worth watching.
Exactly. So we'll quickly cover the releases that were announced. Most of these are NXT, a few of them off 205 Live. Okay. A lot of these are names you'll be familiar with, though, if you follow wrestling. With Arya Davari.
Been in the 205 Live production since the Cruiserweight Classic.
Brother Sean Davari, for those of you who remember Sean.
Yep.
Tony Nese.
Also been in since the Cruiserweight Classic and 205 Live.
And him and Davari were tagging up until this really happened.
Yep.
So yeah. Next one, and this one's particularly considering they appeared on NXT this past week, and that's Rise.
Yeah. See, I hadn't heard about the releases until late yesterday evening. So when I saw people posting on their Instagram, I was just like, what's all this about? And then I saw Dexter Loomis post Everrise rules on his Instagram stream, and I was just like, so I commented, did Everrise get Dexter's phone again? Laughing my ass off. And then I saw the video come up, 8 more releases, and I was just like, oh no, what have I done?
Well, the thing is, if you don't know what's going on, then obviously that's always a possibility. So
yeah, so my apologies to Everrise.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think they would mind that much, in all honesty, because realistically, if you live in a normal world, people aren't going to know. So
I mean, the way they've been treated lately as well, they're probably relieved to be released.
Yeah, that probably will do better as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're getting on to the big ones, though. Fandango.
Yeah.
Who this few people has actually been with the company for 14 years.
Mm-hmm. We can guess where he's going to go, though.
Yeah, Fandango, who's Tony Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Fandango's history with Chris Jericho as well.
He'll be right where he goes because he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Next test, however, I have pretty good idea where he's going, and that's Tyler Breeze. So,
former NXT champion.
Yeah, I think he's going straight to Impact when he's going to compete for finish.
Yeah. So
we'll get on to no competes when I get to the end of this list. I'm going to bring up about this. August Ray, who's only just been signed not that long ago.
Last year, I believe.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. The other one, which is Stallion, again, has been signed. He's been late. See, we have the former brothers, the Singh brothers, Abigail.
Been in since the Cruiserweight Classic too.
Yeah. Again, they should have done much more with. They never got God knows what.
I thought they put the pair of them in a grow bag and put them in with Jinder Mahal again, but I must have been mistaken.
Clearly, but yeah, it's way central. I think again, if they often do something, they will be fine. Marisha Fear, wife of Roderick Wrong.
Yeah.
Which is kind of relevant considering what happened on NXT.
I mean, Jessamine Duke was released previously, so that's 2 of the 4 horsemen gone now.
Yeah. So there is that. So yeah, we have her.
I mean, they can always go back to UFC, but I heard that Marie Shafir is actually trying for another baby with Roderick.
Quite possibly, yeah. Apparently, she's quite fond of doing the streaming stuff as well, so it might end up being something like that too.
Yeah.
But there you go. Next person, Arturo Rosa.
Didn't really see much of him.
Yeah, again, that one's not so surprising. And another person who's married a current wrestler, Kellyanne Deng. Are you trying to remember the
No, you broke up.
Kellyanne Deng.
Killian Dane?
Yeah, he was released.
What?
We found somebody on the list you didn't know.
No, I wasn't told about him.
Yeah, he's gone.
Fuck.
Husband of Nikki Cross, for those of you who do not know.
Why? He's been competing with fucking Maverick for weeks at a time.
No idea at all. I did what any of these people got, but that was the last one on the list anyway. And here's where
no sense.
Oh yeah, we'll get to the fun part as well. With 2 releases, obviously they're normally 30-day no contract. Here's the thing: amongst this slot, there's a split of 90-day ones as well, and they're not made it public. Got what?
Yeah.
So I can probably choose who, but I know.
I've heard something through the rumor mill as well.
Mm-hmm.
Black's been in. Aleister Black has been in contact with Triple H.
Is that because Triple H is Dark Father?
No, because he might be coming back to NXT.
Would be the worst thing for him. After all,
they're
going to be making some space in NXT, but we'll get to that.
It's like what happened with Joe, but obviously Aleister Black with this whole Dark Father thing, it would go nicely against Karrion Kross.
Yeah, and I'm going to
get on a match that a lot of people have been anchoring to see for quite some time.
We're going to discuss Karrion Kross and Bronson Reed for a particular reason. And we might as well do it now. For those of you unaware of this, they both had chat matches on main event this past week. And here's the relevant one for Karrion Kross. No slot Bordeaux.
Yeah, rumor is they are actually trying to separate them. Fingers crossed this means Scarlett's going to wrestle.
Hopefully, but she's not Anna.
Yeah. I think that Vince wants Karrion on main roster.
But it's weird though. You got Scarlett Bordeaux. She's very much what Vince call wrestling. It has the look that he likes. This is why I don't get it.
Yeah, but Vince isn't. Well, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to be a fan of female managers. I mean, they don't last that long.
He doesn't like managers full stop. He's not. He doesn't managers.
Yeah.
So that's probably
the only way I can see them both going up to the main roster together would be is if Karrion said, "If you want me that bad, we come as a package deal, or I'll stay in NXT, or you can release me."
That could I guess. You never know. But yeah,
they won't want to lose Karrion because he's just got that star power.
Yeah, the weird thing about
plenty of places he could go.
Exactly, but the thing about obviously to Crown Watson Reed having these is they are the world, they're the NXT and North American heavyweight champion respective. So yeah.
Well, I mean, they put Ricochet and Nikki Cross on the main roster. They had to replace them with someone. Just crap picking on.
Wasn't the smartest idea, no.
No.
Okay. We do have to start off with our results thing from Hell in a Cell. Which, after we did our predictions, they moved the Roman match.
Yep.
So fortunately, it doesn't really affect anything.
I mean, Roman retained, so.
Yeah, we kind of went all the other results anyway, so we'll cover them quickly because that is a lot to say. Unless you have anything you want to say, yes. Here we go. It's the Octopus Hell in a Cell. Or if you want the cheap, it's a Hell in a Crate, which is BW's knockoff version of it. So, the pre-show this match was added to the card. Natalia Ring and Andy Rose.
I mean, it was a great match. Like, especially like for a pre-show match.
It's probably one of the best matches actually for wrestling on the show.
Yeah.
Pre-show match.
Yeah, probably.
So, once we the main card, the first we had was actually herself, which was Bianca Belair against Bayley.
This for me was the best match of the actual show.
A lot of people felt that, yeah.
And like this gave my overall rating of the show the most of its marks because like it was just on another level to all the other matches of the night.
Yeah, I would say there was an off having this be the main instead of the other self.
Yeah, I mean we knew Bayley's creativity inside of the like cell from like her last match with Sasha Banks inside of it. So it was whether it was going to be down to Bianca or Bianca really with how much she wanted to do inside the cell, if that makes sense. And they're both really like hard-working people when it comes to the matches. So we knew that we was going to get a good match, but I think it surpassed good. It was actually great.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better cell matches that I've seen recently.
Yeah,
but the problem with this pay-per-view is it reinforced my belief of the fact this pay-per-view needs to go.
Yeah,
because you need to keep the matches just to randomly pop up when they're needed, not have them happen. Oh, it's that time of year. Yes, tell them so.
Also, calling a pay-per-view by the name of a match, you expect more than just 2 Hell in a Cell matches. You expect like every match to be Hell in a Cell, but like it's.
I can see that, but the problem is then you look at Money in the Bank. You couldn't have the entire pay-per-view money in the matches.
Well, no, but like Hell in a Cell matches are different to Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah, but that's the problem when you call a pay-per-view gimmick match like that. What I'm referring to.
Suppose so.
So I get what you mean. I'd agree. It's if you are going to have it, then have more of them. But I personally have it. Pay for you.
I mean, they had like what was it? 6 matches in the entirety of the pay-per-view, not including the kickoff.
Yeah.
So like have one at the start, have one in the middle, have one at the end.
Yeah. The only issue is there isn't really ever a match on this show. Probably should have been in the show.
I mean, if you really wanted to make this,
I would argue that Ashley McIntyre shouldn't have been in there.
No, I agree. I mean, if you really wanted to like make it interesting, you could have put Sammy and Kevin in a cell. That's one thing that they've not done before.
Yeah, I mean, that feud doesn't matter. If you look at the whole thing in general, then yeah, okay, you can say it. Would it be a good match? Yeah, better than the ones we got.
I mean, the ending of this match was a bit ouch because KOD onto the ladder.
If you're going to have a match with those that kind of gimmick to it, stipulation, it needs to have that kind of an end to it. There's no point just having like, well, I'll preempt this now. What happened in the main
I'm not saying that.
match?
No,
Because
I was saying I was like impressed with how well Bailey took it because like it looked really awkward to Landon.
I'm not saying you said that, but this is how you should do these kind of matches for finishing. It needs to work with the match, unlike happened in the other cell match. We'll get to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. Right. So Bianca retained the title, just to be clear to anyone who doesn't realise. So, which leads us on to Seth Rollins versus Cesaro.
I fell asleep during the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it this way, not the worst choice.
And I woke up at the end and I was like, oh crap. So I rewound it back to the start of the match.
Well, that was a start.
And I kind of wish I'd just carried on watching it and not bothered.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It okay, like match wise, it was okay, but this is like a pay per view. That was like a Friday night SmackDown caliber match at a pay per view.
Also hurts is the fact that so many matches each other lately as well.
I mean, Seth survived with a roll up.
A finish also gets used later on as well. This is a finish where it should be in one match. Just they're then going to use it in your main event.
It was just pants.
F1, blah blah. Right, this is the match where I really did what they're going to do. Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. yeah, you're doing the impression in the internet right now, I think.
Why were Reginald and Nia ringside to even begin with? This was a singles match.
I kind of understand Reginald being there because he sometimes acts like a manager sort of thing, but at the same time, he's had issues with Baszler, so why is he there? And
exactly.
Jackson and Baszler, of course, had kind of sort of fallen out, so he was really teaming. So again, it made sense. So yeah, I'm with on that. I could get it in a way, but at the same time, all right.
Oh, I wanted to say this. Like, actually, no. I'll ask you. I'll say about it when we're not on air.
Yeah.
Also, Bliss didn't bring Lily to the ring.
Yeah.
Because of her time out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole mind game thing seems to kind of like it seems like kind of out of whack, like something like the Boogeyman used to do, and like I don't know.
I would say that the difference. The Boogeyman is the Boogeyman would do minds, but they were physical things actually made sense as to people would be freaked out rather than. Oh no! The Boogeyman would like worms and stuff hanging from his mouth.
Yeah.
And stuff. That stuff is actually real, at least.
I mean, it's not making a lot of sense to me. I like the best moment of this match for me was when Reginald got slapped by Nia Jax.
Not hard
because it was funny.
Not hard enough.
No.
And it needs more times to.
I did also like that Corey made a Supernatural reference when he said somebody should call the Winchester brothers to deal with Lily. I was like, yes, somebody's finally made that reference. Thank you. I've been waiting 10 years for a Winchester reference, and Corey finally made one.
I'd be all in favour. I'd be all in favour of something that double on fire so we never see it again.
Yes. But yeah, the match was okay, barely, and I mean, the whole half of this match in total for me got 1 point, and half of it was for Reginald getting slapped.
And
hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, there we go.
What happened?
It happened to me too, so it must be a thing going on with the stuff. It happens sometimes. It hasn't happened for a
Could be the weather. We're having a thunderstorm.
That could be. Also started raining here as well. So again, it could relate to the weather. It could be the internet. It does a million other things happening. But you were saying, it was down to bullet points thing was down to what we got up to before you disappeared.
Well, this whole match for me managed to get about 1 point.
Yeah.
On the overall show rating, and half of it, well, practically 3/4 of it was for Reginald being slapped round the face.
Fair.
Yeah,
very fair. Bliss won. Okay.
Hang on, I just need to count how many fucks I give about this storyline.
Yeah. None.
It's run its course as far as I'm concerned.
I'll get on. We'll talk a bit more about that.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm sure you do. So next up we have Zayn versus Kevin Owens, which, yeah. Although I will say, in all fairness to it, I like the fact that Sammy won.
Yeah. I mean, they made it quite clear that Kevin was still feeling the effects of the Nigerian nails he took on Friday. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, don't you worry. We'll be touching upon the feeling effects of match thing once we get to Raw.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, Kevin hurt his wrist, and oh, he couldn't breathe properly.
Kevin had a boo-boo.
It was just like they was constantly reminding you that he was injured Friday night on SmackDown. So by the time that Sammy actually won, nobody cared because they knew he was going to win anyway.
Yeah.
There's foreshadowing, and then there's standing over a guy with an umbrella that says this guy's winning on top of it.
Yeah. At the same time, it's still good they made sure Sammy win because WWE would have a habit of doing these things and then having the person who's in their own position win.
Mm.
So, but right, it wasn't well.
I don't think the commentating on this was great at all.
No, just not very good. Yeah. So basically, Sammy won. I'm sure we'll go on to further. In fact, there is this does want to happen on SmackDown. We'll come back with these guys once we get to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Women's SmackDown title match: Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Charlotte Flair win by disqualification. He gets disqualified for every other wrestler and doesn't get DQ'd.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not the only one who thought that. Thank you. For me, this was the worst match of the night.
Yeah, easily.
So even Alexa versus Shayna was a tiny bit better because it was interesting.
It served a point.
Yeah, this was.
Yeah, if you're gonna get DQ'd for something, right? Like it's something you should actually be DQ'd for that everyone else doesn't get away with doing. Hit her with a bloody chair.
The only thing that would have made this match worse was if Randy Orton and Riddle were in a match beforehand and Randy dropped somebody on the announce table and then they came out and did this match and did the DQ this way. Because then it would have looked even stupider. If that's even a word.
It is. You have touched upon a point there. The only thing that would have made this worse, quite right, is if somebody else had already dropped on that announce table.
Yeah.
It's complete and stupidity because the amount of people this happens to people and nothing happens.
Randy Orton makes a point of doing it in pretty much every match. He does a backdrop onto the table.
Yeah.
His opponent back first. It's one of his signature moves.
There's a few wrestlers that do similar things. Yes, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, only the match of the show, no question. Though the main event does give its competition.
We'll do
it very quickly. Bobby Lashley beats Drew McIntyre. Why doing roll up? Yeah.
I mean, it was WrestleMania, but in a cage.
Yeah.
Drew showed his Scottish psychopath persona at times. I mean, Bobby snapped and ricocheted Drew's head between the steel stairs and cell wall, which was quite sadistic, and was just okay, that's a nice touch. Drew had it dead to rights, but of course MVP got involved. Cost McIntyre the 3 count, but he got a Claymore for his troubles. Don't mind seeing MVP taking a Claymore.
No, to be fair, he's one of those will take it well. So
yeah.
So Lashley retains, so that's Hell in a Cell got done with. So
yeah.
You did say you had a grade for this show, so
6.
I'm guessing mostly for Bailey and Bianca, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
I mean, McIntyre versus Bobby got a 1.
That's generous.
Yeah. That's like Hell in a Cell for you.
Yeah. What did Charlotte Rhea get?
Memory serves me right, 0.1.
Yeah, sound about right. Anyway, let's move on to Raw. This week, I thought Jim was much better than it has been.
I'm glad you're thinking the same thing.
Yeah. It still had some issues, but there was some definite improvement.
Yeah, I agree.
So we start off with Lashley, as you should, and at least somebody telling the effects of the being in Hell in a Cell match.
Yes.
It wasn't Lashley.
No. And I'm kind of glad that it wasn't, being as he retained.
Yeah, you should still show a bit of tear from being on this. So imagine if you win.
Yeah, but at the same time, him not showing like the wear and tear. He did have that nasty looking cut on his arm.
Yeah, my point being is once where he has the match doesn't really affect him that he be in one.
Mm.
That's my issue with it. But yeah, you had Lashley out here, and out comes Cody to challenge him. Pull this.
Yeah.
What I liked though was Lashley's response to it. So Kofi comes out and says, "I want a title match at Money in the Bank." Lashley went, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, there was no piss arsing around.
Yeah, which if you're somebody like Lashley, that's how you should be. You shouldn't care.
Yeah, just stick your flag in the ground and hold it high.
So I like that from Lashley. I also like the fact of making a match with Xavier Woods later in the show that was placed inside Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell, which out the Hell in a Cell matches we got, this one was definitely the better of the.
Yeah.
For a bunch of reasons. When I go into the match because it's at the end of the show, so do that then.
I mean, with how Woods has been performing the last few weeks as well, in his single matches, I was actually looking forward to this main event. And it's the first time I'd looked forward to a Raw main event in, quite some time.
Right. It's something that the build up, there was anticipation for it, and also the curiosity factor. They won with this. Which is good.
I forgot to mention this before about the releases and stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently there's going to be a draft soon, and it should reset all the main rosters in NXT.
Yeah.
Apparently it's going to be a draft that includes NXT as well. So NXT will get the pick of the main rosters, I believe.
Yeah. It's a weird part for you.
Yeah.
A provisional list of draft people. This list includes Undertaker and Nina.
Sorry?
I've seen a provisional list for the draft, the draft, and Undertaker and Cena are both in this list.
Yeah. Fuck? Do you imagine Undertaker going to NXT?
It'd be interesting. The Cena one, I will actually kind of explain, because he was in an interview the other day where he literally came out and said, "Yes, coming back."
Yeah, and he said he wants to do another match against The Rock. Yeah.
So there you go. I think his first call, if he ends up owning up, will be Roman Reigns, though.
Yeah, because they're tied at a match apiece.
Yeah. Also, Roman can do a promo now, unlike the last time they faced each other. For anyone who doesn't remember that, go get up on the network, WWE Network. It's there.
And Cena has hair now.
But he still doesn't. He still doesn't know that Taiwan's a country.
Hashtag geography is not a strong point.
Yeah. Well, for you who are interested, the F9 movie, Fast and Furious 9 movie, came out in Cade's week.
It's a good thing he didn't star in F5, otherwise Brock Lesnar might have got.
Well, the funny part is you say that Rock's in F5.
Huh?
Rock's actually in F5 legitimately. It was the first Fast and Furious movie he was in was Fast and Furious 5. So he was actually in F5.
The Rock.
You see?
He's never faced Brock Lesnar though.
Has?
Not lately.
Oh, it's been a way. He has faced him. In fact, Brock's first WWE tour was one from Brock.
I wouldn't mind seeing them two fight again.
First idea.
I can't remember who won the last match. Probably Rock because of, well.
I'll take some doing, but the first one, which was SummerSlam 2000, was won by Brock shortly before The Rock disappeared to Hollywood for the first time.
Beat him so bad he went to Hollywood. That could be a shout out.
Yeah. It could also be a t-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, he could cut a promo about The Rock to Roman Reigns if he makes his return. Listen, I beat your cousin so bad he went to Hollywood. Went to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Bend over, let me do the same to you.
It's not that kind of show.
Just kicked his ass. I wasn't talking about that kind of show, Peter. Jesus.
No, but you want to brought it up, so yeah.
I'm the bisexual.
Whoa. If anyone's going to bring up it would be you. Okay. We'll probably get back to now after that lovely segue, which, to be fair, was really what we were talking about. So all. Money in the Bank qualifiers took place on Raw. I like these because one, you earn the right to be in the match. I'm a big fan of that. Two, have people with matches who will actually benefit. The first one we have here is Ricochet versus AJ Styles. And how many people bet that AJ Styles will win this match? Pretty much everyone would have bet for this match, and you always lost because Ricochet won.
Oh, and there is a third point to these matches that I like.
Go ahead.
New storylines. Can start new storylines.
There we go. So this is something Raw did well this week. SmackDown, however, did not do these Money in the Bank things, but to that when we get to SmackDown. So after this match, we had favourite two people segment together. Riddle and Randy Orton.
I mean, are we starting to see the foundations of RK Bro falling apart?
Possibly, because Vince has no patience.
This is what it looks like, and I'm not happy about it because I like it. I like RK Bro as a team.
Oh, I know you do. Yeah, I think it's too soon personally, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, they haven't even had a title out of it yet.
They haven't even had an actual title match yet either.
Nope.
So we will see. Next segment.
Eva Marie.
And Piper Niven.
Yes. Being renamed Doudrop.
Piper Niven.
In the segment, she was named Doudrop.
Piper Niven.
I know she's called Piper Niven, and I'm not calling her Doudrop because it's disrespectful. Piper Niven.
Every time somebody mentions that name, I will say
Piper Niven.
Yeah, say. because Doudrop is a dumbass name. Piper Niven. They had a segment. It's what you would expect. This led to the women's bank matches, which were tag matches. At least this is different as well.
I would also like to point out that before the match actually happened, Corey Graves made a Straight Edge Society reference about how Piper Niven following Eva Marie is like a woman joining a cult society and shaving all of her hair off for the cause.
Right. I also think that's a reaction to the online feed this angle, because there's lots who did not like it.
Yeah.
So that's why that came up. But a good comparison if you're going to do it that way, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
So she's indoctrinated into her essentially unspell, essentially. It's the same thing punk with the Straight Edge Society. So it makes sense as a affiliation. Thank you.
Do you need anything else?
Slap round the head.
I do not need around head, you cheeky fucker.
Slap on the side of the face and told nice cut, G.
I am not
here. Had a shave.
Yeah, I am not hit row. Don't stop.
I like your cut, G.
Oh dear, there's many reasons why that's wrong, but we'll leave that alone for now. But yeah, but you are right about the tag match thing. But this was Eva Marie and Piper Niven against Asuka and Naomi. The reason Asuka's in the match. Yeah, the reason Asuka's in the match is because Lana's not there anymore, so Naomi needed a tag partner.
Yeah. And Piper threw away the match.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. This is that at least liked, because yeah.
That's totally Piper, because she doesn't like bullies.
Would you like to tell people who got pinned in this match?
Eva Marie.
Right. Good return, so far.
I have some news concerning Eva Marie as well. Did you know that on the WWE page where she's where all the current rosters are posted and stuff like that, she's actually under alumni. She was placed under alumni this week. So I don't know whether or not she's been fired too.
Maybe, but they do shift those people between the sections a lot.
Yeah, but she's not under active roster. She's under alumni.
Yeah, they do it to Brock Lesnar all the time, and then there's others who they shift backwards forwards. It's not that common. Just most people notice them. But it is though, considering what's going on with it. So it's interesting. I'll give you that. Right. Naomi and Asuka win the match. They are in the Money in the Bank qualifiers. They're in the Money in the Bank match. Now that I think they've both been in a match last night. Argument that's there. Okay. Next segment. Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, who are normal managers, match for Money in the Bank. It's fucking Charlotte and Rhea Ripley again.
This Rhea Scolding segment sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, it's why I basically bypassed it to the point of it, which was to make the rematch.
Yeah. And I hope Rhea just beats her, even if it's under a roll-up or something, and bye-bye. No more. Please, stop. Draft Charlotte to SmackDown or something.
Yeah.
Give her like a reason to start up a rivalry somewhere else. Don't carry on with this crap, because it's getting so unoriginal.
Speaking of unoriginal, the next segment What's happened literally 1 week ago? Copy and paste job. Natalia Tamina fight Mandy Rose and Brooke backstage.
I didn't even write it down because I just saw it last week and thought, am I having deja vu?
Yeah, it's been mentioned some big. There was some good improvements on the show. This was not one of them.
Nope.
So, but speaking to fun things on this show, another Money in the Bank qualifying match for the men. We have Johnson versus Rand Orton.
I mean, it was a great match. Entertaining.
Yeah.
Even with Miz ringside, and that's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
But surprised John Morrison got the victory.
Yeah. Well, I would say kind of match Money in the Bank. The two of them much rather have more Morrison at match because Randy in ladder matches is generally not entertaining.
Yeah, there's a bad history there.
So yeah, I'd much rather have somebody in a ladder match who will actually embrace using a ladder. Morrison has no issue with ladders.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy Morrison's in it, but at the same time, a bit annoyed because this probably means that RK Bro will be over before Money in the Bank even happens.
We will think about these qualifiers. We'll get to in a minute. By the way, once I get to the these qualifying matches, which may change your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Next up, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Nikki Cross. I will preface this with the fact apparently she pitched this as in Nikki Cross.
What?
Yeah. According to her husband, Killian Dane, she pitched this.
She looked ridiculous. And she was still doing her crazy in a superhero outfit.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
I suspected you didn't know that. Oh, that's why I mentioned it.
I mean, also Alexa's new music, kind of cool, but I'm not that keen on it.
It was better than the music she had.
Yeah. I was just like, this whole section gave me an autistic overload because obviously Alexa's new music, I was just like, okay, this is different. I'm gonna like, I'll give you like a week to adjust to this. I might actually end up liking it.
Right.
And then it cuts to the backstage of Raw, and I see Nikki Cross dressed as a golden superhero with a blue mask on. I was like, what now? Who, what the fuck? What have they done to you? The Twisted Sister of NXT is now a golden blue monarch. With a really twisted sister as a tag team partner.
Yeah. They seem to have forgot about the history between those two as well.
Just a bit.
Yeah. Just put me in a tag match. Not an explanation or reason.
I think they just want it. They keep on trying to do things like the Attitude Era, like nods to the Attitude Era. And Nikki's doing the superhero thing. She's doing like a Mighty Molly, but 2020 version.
I would probably put it more towards Mighty Molly or the Hurricane. And the reason being is, did you hear Nikki's promo out this?
Yeah.
Right. She doesn't think she's got a superpower or anything like that. It's all about her, about hope and trying to do better. I don't issue with that because she's basically explaining, no, I don't think I've got superpowers because that's stupid. But this makes me feel
powerful.
Yes.
You know that they've got like a term for that in psychology. It's called de-individualization, right?
Yeah, there you go. But
it can also lead to psychotic breaks.
Yeah, I was going to say explanation as to why she's doing it. It makes sense. If you agree with it or not, it does make sense.
Yeah. But what the fuck?
Yeah.
I can imagine somebody like, I don't know, one of the pampered like wrestlers, but like not a tough, grit Scottish Glaswegian.
The only thing I can think of, right, as to why I should pitch this is know what Vince likes. And Vince likes super characters like this, which means, in theory, it may get more TV time. I'm a fan of her getting TV time because she should have more of it. Absolutely should.
I mean,
a lot of questions.
I mean, with the releases happening and everything, she must have thought like she had to do something.
Well,
maybe she did something just in time.
Yeah.
But an interesting point was like brought to my attention though. Now Killian Dane, Eric Young, and Alexander Wolf have all been released. There could be a sanity in AEW.
Well, Eric Young's an imp, so not that clear. Besides, Eric Young's got his own fan by design.
Mm.
So, but you could get Wolf and Dane to stand up and to be part of that. That would work.
Yeah.
So, but to be honest, I think all three of them maybe be better off away from WWE. In all honesty, as in Dane and Wolf and Young. Young certainly is.
Yeah. I mean, this match between Alexa Nikki versus Nia and Shayna.
We hadn't even got the match against Hive.
Huh?
We literally just spent 5 minutes talking about the Cross Bliss. We hadn't even explained who they were facing.
Yeah. So, anyway, Blue Monarch and the Twisted Sister of WWE versus the former tag team champions. Not gonna lie, this would be what it would have been like to see the Hurricane Helms and the Boogeyman in a team versus, I don't know, the Dudley Boys.
I have one here. I get your comparison, but try this one. It'd be have the Hurricane and the Undertaker versus Legion of Doom.
Yeah. But I wouldn't compare Alexa and the Undertaker really.
No,
they're
but
not on the same level of weirdness.
That's that kind of character.
Yeah, I guess.
It's the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
They're not existing. No, of course they're not. But it gives you an idea just how bit of this is.
Yeah.
And with a work as a tag team, you have to look at that.
But I mean, madly enough, it worked in a twisted kind of way.
Yay!
I mean,
segment did.
But I don't know what else to say. But what the fuck?
Okay. Well, so you have to stress how much this. Cross win this match, so they qualify for the in-bank ladder.
Yeah.
I'm happy about at least he's in the match.
Yeah, I guess.
That's something at least.
True.
So, next up.
Speaking of another qualifier, Drew McIntyre versus Riddle.
No, you've missed something here. It's something I'm just going to cover very quickly. We go backstage, and the undercard all complain about not having qualifying matches. And you know what I say to this? Good, because most of them shouldn't have had any. The fact that they complain about it, though, is a good thing, because you should complain and want these to be his matches. That I like.
I kind of liked it how they was all moaning, and then Pierce turned around to Sheamus and was like, "Oh, so you can compete now, can you? You can put that United States Championship on the line." He was like, "No, my poor nose." I was like,
"Right, at least it didn't make sense." This is my point. But that was Sheamus look really bad, because Sheamus is supposed to be like a badass who people beat him up front likes to fight. We've got him now going, "Oh, no, I don't want to fight."
Instead, he looks like a 2021 version of Cody Rhodes.
we're not the Cody Rhodes is quite happy at home with his newborn baby.
Yeah. But of course, I was referring to the time when he was wearing that face mask thing because of his gimmick with bags.
When Mysterio put his face with an knee brace, and that's why that thing came on.
Yeah.
So, gotcha. No, but yeah, I thought it was worth mentioning the undercard brings up, because I do think it's a good way to make these more important, because the people who normally think we get these kind of matches aren't in them.
Yeah.
However, I've got to say, in all honesty, I would love to see Jeff Hardy in one if he'd lost. And Cedric, for that matter. But my biggest issue being, why no show up Ben?
I don't know.
And the reason I mentioned Kelton Benjamin is he's been in Money in the Bank before, and he's the best known spot in the Money in the Bank match. Yeah, no mention at all. So just a bit weird to me. So anyway, we'll now go on to what you touched upon before. Yeah, the qualifying Money in the Bank match was Riddle versus McIntyre.
Yeah.
And this is where I like Drew here. Drew sold the fact he'd been in a cell match. Only one who was in a cell match for the entire week who actually sold the effects of having been in a cell match.
Yeah.
So all the other people, way to support stipulation.
Yeah.
So, but yes, Riddle versus McIntyre. It was also a good match. I thought it was a decent match.
I mean, I thought it was one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah.
If not the best. I mean, if it wasn't for the Hell in a Cell match, this would have been the best match of the night, hands down. And
this is where it was important, because the two best matches in the show were the last two.
Yeah.
You should do for shows, because it's how you leave them, right, folks?
I mean, I kind of wish they'd left it a week. Like when it first started, I was just like, oh yeah, I was really, when this was announced, I was like really looking forward to it. I was like, yes. Then I saw how beaten and bruised McIntyre was, and I was just like, maybe they should leave this a week so they're both on, like, at least almost functioning fully, because Riddle obviously was, because he hadn't competed the night beforehand, but McIntyre was beaten from that Hell in a Cell match. He still had half the welts floating up on his back from all those kendo shots.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about though is the fact that Drew's state also helps Drew, because obviously if they go from here, it gives an arc storyline to go with. So for those of you who haven't heard, Riddle in this match.
Yep.
Which means Drew's not in the Bank ladder match. Oh, piece of a heads up for who didn't know this. If Drew had been in the Bank ladder match and won it, he could not have killed Lashley. This was stated on the show.
Yep.
he would have had on the Universal Champion. As Lashley was the WWE Champion, he can't cash in on it. It's not an issue because Drew didn't get a match yet.
Yeah, because after this match, it was announced that there will be a triple threat match next week between AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton. And all three of those have some history with each other, don't they? So this should be quite an interesting match because they all know each other very, very well.
It's a last chance triple threat, and the winner will be inserted into the Money in the Bank match.
I can see this being a main event match.
Yeah.
And I can see this being a burn the house down match.
Yeah.
If it's done properly with the right amount of energy.
And you know, honestly, I can tell you who should win this match.
Randy. No.
AJ.
Yeah. Will he?
Probably not. I can see Orton or AJ winning this. Drew, no.
I think if Drew does win it, he's going to be another one of those failed attempts to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase.
As things currently said, he'd have cash in on Roman.
Yeah, and for that reason, he tried cashing it in, and one of the Usos had cost him.
Although saying that, Roman does have a Money in the Bank against someone, so they always do it then. I'm not going to say that we haven't got Smackdown yet. So you can there's always a possibility. What could happen, and this is so mentioned to me by someone, I think, a theory. Whoever wins the ladder match, if it's true, Drew could end up help person cashing on Lashley, like what happened. Drew, when it was Miz, Lashley cost Miz his McIntyre title, was beaten by cashing him. Maybe Drew, whoever is going to cash it to Lashley. It's a similar story to telling.
Yeah.
So, but we'll into the triple threat. Who have you got anyone you're going to plumb for out of interest?
I don't know. I'd like to be surprised.
We don't have to make it. I was just curious, but no, we can just skip.
I mean, I think Drew, because obviously favoritism seems to be flavor of the month.
That's fair enough.
But then, when it comes to Money in the Bank, I can see Randy interfering and costing Riddle the contract.
Well, bear in mind, Money in the Bank matches are notoriously known for this. No DQs.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm saying about Randy costing Riddle the Money in the Bank contract. But at the same time, depending on what happens next week, and the fact that the undercard roster members were talking about injuring someone so that way they can't compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, somebody get replaced by Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea.
Possibly, but you know what? If you're gonna put anyone from the undercard in that match, it's Cedric.
Yeah, I suppose.
I think it does more for Cedric to be in that match than the others. Possibly Jeff, because he doesn't have Jeff to lose.
Damian Priest,
who's actually out there. We'll get into that in a minute. There's a reason why you haven't seen Damian Priest.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Basically, he's been kept for a particular reason. And not the one that people are being told. So, yeah. Anyway, or I tell you that when we finish, I'll say it on there. So now we are on to the main event, which was Ashley in a match against Xavier Woods, in a cell. It's the USA Network 1-2. No, to fall. No.
I've literally got 2 points on this match.
Yeah. This is definitely the best match of this show.
Woods gave as good as he got. Maybe what happened afterwards was like a bit unnecessary.
It's story to it. It makes sense for Lashley and MVP to do it.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing as well that you could also end up, because you mentioned about the possibility for a draft, there's a possibility we could get Big E back with them.
I find it the possibility, the funny possibility of MVP getting drafted to SmackDown and Lashley staying on Raw.
I thought he was going to say they're going to draft Lashley's sister.
Lashley's ladies get drafted to NXT.
Well, that reinforces the women's tag division.
You see him in the crowd all sitting on like a plush black leather sofa, just going like that.
Well, I was going to say, following the release, you could like draft them to Drive Live. They need wrestlers. No, this was a good match. Actually, it won, of course. I would say it's probably the best Hell in a Cell match of all of them, including the ones on the pay-per-view. Although Bianca and Bayley also mentioned here.
I'd say yes. I'd say the top three probably go Roman versus Ray, Bianca versus Bayley, and this one.
I think it's a good shout. It's kind of bad when two of the three of them are hell matches that weren't on the pay-per-view. He's stunned into silence now, guys. So we're waiting to see how
Sorry, my mum was shouting upstairs.
No worries. Okay. It's funny when you look at the list that two out of the three did not happen on the pay-per-view.
Isn't it, Josh?
Mm-hmm. Another very good reason why it doesn't need to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, so I got a 6 out of 10 on Raw.
Yeah, I think that's a great. I thought Raw was decent this week. It's definitely better than some of the more recent ones.
I think it was on the level with Hell in a Cell. And Hell in a Cell wasn't that great.
Yeah, but it's an improvement for Raw. So, which is...
So there's only one rematch on it as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to NXT. Where it starts off with Adam Cole wishing to wrestle. Fucking online. However, I like what happened here.
I do too.
Carmelo Hayes, he's come out and tells Adam Cole, Oi, I'm telling you.
Yeah, basically.
Like that for him.
Yep.
They had a match. Cole won the match. I think this helped Carmelo Hayes much more than it did Adam Cole, because Hayes looks good in situation, because he's like actually going, no, I'm going to fight you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be lazy like you. I want to fight.
Yeah, and it was like a shout back to John Cena when he came out to Kurt Angle with the ruthless aggression.
Yeah, that comment I didn't like coming out. Yeah, yeah, oh, shut up. It's a bit lame comment. I understand why you'd say it, but it's very much a time for me.
It was an homage to one of his role models, because he's mentioned him in his prologues and stuff before. He's a John Cena fan.
Okay. I mean, I'll see. I'm talking about that from how I viewed it. If he's all right with saying, and it didn't damn anyone by any means. I just thought the lame thing to say, but it didn't really take on the match and that same thing.
Yeah.
So would have liked to won though, but kind of.
Yeah, I mean the match was great.
Yeah. Despite Adam Cole, it was still a decent match.
Yep.
So.
Yes, I'm sure you had.
I'm sure if I'm watching is well aware of the fact I do not like Adam Cole. So. Yes. Let's see. Next thing we had.
The way came out.
Oh yeah. Johnny Gargano is campaigning for an NXT title match, and then out came my mate, Mr. Doom, and only look, it's a joke. Because it's that Doom, but.
And Johnny's laid on the whole no violence thing because he's terrified of Samoa Joe. And
to be fair, that's a simple thing to be afraid of.
Yeah, and he pointed at Dunn, and Dunn kind of got the last laugh because Dunn got hold of Theory's fingers and gave him a good snapping.
People should know better than to put fingers around Dunn. Serious.
Yeah, it's like putting a mouse near a mousetrap. It's not a good idea.
No. Okay. Next thing I have is Ari Sterling taking the mickey at TBRC and then getting punched by Cameron Grimes.
Yes.
And then this is for you, Ted.
And lobs the 100 bill on the floor for the guy he just punched in the face.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is just very $1 billion man. And
yep.
But possibly in the modern era because they would never have given him the money like that. I think more of a case of he's hit it and he's giving him the money. Like, yeah, go away, you get the money.
Yep.
And I have more than you, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Something I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah.
See where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let's see, what do I have next? Oh, right. We have. Let's see.
Yeah. Adam Cole leaving early to stay out of Joe's way.
Yeah, right. Was my reaction to this.
Yeah. I was the same. I was just like, yeah, sure.
You're leaving.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. If you make a point on a wrestler leaving a building like that, you know they're coming back.
Yeah.
Or
especially with the main event being what it was.
Yeah.
It's just like, they think we're born yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it could have been that right. The one who thinks it'd be Ashley. Maybe she that bit.
Yeah.
It's hard to know. Yes. Next match I have is a tag match, which is Zoe Starks and Io Shirai against Rob Stone brand.
This was a pretty obvious win. But the chaos that happened after the match was actually kind of fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Starks and Shy won, which, as Aaron points out, was kind of obvious. As he points out, there was kind of a let's get all women teams in the ring afterwards, which was the way.
I like how Ember and Shotzi came out last, as if to say, you forgot about us.
Yeah.
Like, bitches, we're here too.
Yeah. If they'd stuck there any longer, then Bobby Lashley might have come too.
No, there wasn't enough champagne.
Fair.
You need a bottle of champagne and 2 leather sofas for Lashley's ladies. It's like a summoning ritual, apparently.
I do, though, this did show deficiencies of the women's division, though, because you've only got the names.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I didn't mind it. It was kind of telling.
Yeah.
I've seen worse shit.
Haven't we all?
Yeah.
There we had the announcement for MSK versus Thatcher and Ciampa, announced at the Great American Bash. I'm looking forward to this.
Really? I can't imagine why that would be.
I like both the tag teams in the match, so...
Yeah, and that match goes alongside Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, which has always been announced for it as well.
Yeah. So we've got a normal match. We've got a tag team championship match. Now we just have to wait and see. I mean, from what happens later on in the show, we can kind of gather who's going to be going for the NXT championship.
It's also the North American title as well.
Yeah, whether or not that gets a match at the Bash will be another story, I guess.
Well, the problem is, looking at it, hasn't been shown and defended on TV for a while, so that's the issue you'd have. You don't really want to keep it tough that long, really. You can help it.
Yeah.
Right. But as before, Cross and Bronson had main matches.
Yeah.
But then we will get to that. So next thing we have is
Way versus Dunn and Orkin.
To be clear, Theory and Gargano.
Yeah, I couldn't see Candice fighting Pete Dunne.
Oh, I don't know. Candice
I don't think Dunne would mind. I think he'd shrug his shoulders and slap Candice around the face.
Candice LeRae's part in intergender tag match for it's not a new thing.
No.
She's been in matches she's against Young Bucks, for example. You know.
Yeah.
So. But yes, Gargano and Interference, Lorcan and. This was decent.
I mean, it was a great match, and it was like a great win for the Way.
But it didn't. That's why I said decent. It was okay, but it didn't really win.
Except for wait, was this then or?
Well, this tag match, something happens immediately afterwards.
Yeah, Karrion knocks out Gargano.
Yes, Karrion Kross attacks Johnny Gargano after this match.
Yeah, from behind.
Yeah.
Gargano kind of went face in this match somehow.
Yeah, I noticed this as well. So yeah, he appears to be turning baby.
Yeah. So he had the Johnny wrestling cheers and everything like that. He was doing things that he used to do as Johnny, like Takeover.
Johnny wrestling and yeah.
Yeah. So we might be having babyface Johnny versus Karrion Kross at the Great American Bash.
To be fair, it could be interesting.
It could. I mean, wrestling-wise, if they don't make it a match all about power like all of Karrion Kross's matches have been like in the past.
You have to be careful though, because I think Gargano end up exposing Cross too much if it's too much towards what Gargano does.
Yeah.
But
like kick out after 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 kick out.
Something I hate. Adam Cole's guilty of this as well.
Yeah.
So basically, when those two fought, I hated those matches.
Yeah, because they lasted for like half an hour a pop.
And 20 minutes that was kick out.
Yeah. As soon as the first kick out happened, you was just like, okay, time to sit back and watch a lot of kick outs. And you'd only be like 30 seconds in. You're just like, okay, let's see how many kick outs we get.
Well, what happened is I'd do something like you did for Spence and Cesaro. I woke up at the end. I wouldn't get to see what I missed.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as the first kick out happened, I'd fall asleep then, and then wake up just before the last kick out, because I know how many kick outs there'd be to be like in between. I'd just be counting 1, 2, 1, 2, and that'd be me in my sleep for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
saying 1, 2 continuously,
followed by a kick out each time.
1, 2,
roll the shoulder. Yeah.
1, 2.
Which should be an issue if you sleep with anyone, because you're not punching in the face.
Oh crap! NXT's on Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you reckon
NXT's on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you reckon Anders has accidentally been punched in the face before because Gargano thought he's kicking out his dream and he's punched him in the face by his shoulder?
Well, probably. Do you ever think that Scarlett Bordeaux's woken up in the straight jacket or the cross jacket?
And probably he has as well. That's another thing in touch.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, next thing I have listed on here was is a match between Frankie Monet and Electro Lopez.
Great match, great win. Still not fully invested. Like,
yeah.
I don't see the appeal. Like, if she does this thing with the Robert Stone brands, like members, if she does like create this team, fair enough, I might be a bit more interested. But just with the way it's going right now, is just We see you once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're not on the TV long enough to keep me interested. Sorry, love.
I mean, Monet wins with a surprise.
Yeah, but if you want to keep my attention, be on the show like more than once every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
like, have the matches that you're having, because they're good. They're great matches, but just be more relevant, be more frequent. Don't be a half-timer.
Yeah. I mean, just be around, even if you're not having a match, but be visible.
Yeah. Make yourself known.
Yeah, even if it's like a minute promo or something, you're still visible on the show, so you're still there. Which leads us to the next thing, which is
Bronson Reed segment.
Yes, results in him being challenged why Swerve.
What made me laugh was Top Dollar got in his face and said, "Fool, you ain't even from North America." And I was just like, he has a point. But, like, if he's not challenging him for it, why is he making this point? Why didn't Swerve make it?
Swerve, I think, was smart not to say that stupid shit.
What?
Because it sounds dumb, and it is a dumb comment to make.
Yeah, but it was true. It was funny, and it could start an argument between them.
Yeah, it still makes sense to say it though, because it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because you're into making people question. Well, why should I care who challenges for this belt? Any people from North America challenge for this belt?
Yeah.
You're getting the asked questions that they shouldn't be asked questions about.
I suppose.
So, because the rest, particularly the audience, if you give them a question, so they're going to be, hey, hang on.
Yeah. Well, I just read through my notes for the next match, which was the Ever Rise versus Hit. The sentence. So I put. Hello.
Yeah, you just want to bid on this there.
Did you hear what I said though?
I heard what you said, but no, it broke up a bit too much.
Yeah. So I just looked at the notes
I know
for the next match.
I know you talked about Hit Row and Everrise, but it kind of broke up a bit too much to understand it completely.
Yeah, it was so like Everrise versus Hit Row, and I just looked at my notes, and the first sentence I put down was R.I.P. Everrise.
Yeah. Did say we come back to this just yet. This is their last match. They got released.
Yeah, and this match they was absolutely squashed. With Everrise, it seemed to have been like a running theme with them while they was in NXT. To be honest, I don't think they really had any decent matches on the brand. Like in their favor, I mean. I think they might have won one match as a tag team.
I think so, yeah. From memory, yeah, I think that's.
And then, of course, afterwards you had the exclamation mark by Swerve Scott.
Yeah. 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 That leads to this next bit, which Mercedes Martinez gets attacked entirely and backstage.
Sorry.
No, Mercedes Martinez attacked backstage by Lee and Boa.
And then Jake Atlas gets involved.
Yeah. Tails, ladies, I will be a partner to help you against two. I've used it, it really bored you that much. I suspect bros. Oh, yeah, he's just dropped off, and so yeah, definitely having atmosphere issues, I think there. so that's going to be a thing going forward. We'll have to obviously see where it goes. I'm pretty sure from the sounds of it, that's what's happening. Joys of joy. Just gonna give it a sec to see if we can get and back in. Yeah, that of course leads us to the main event of NXT, which was Kaiwari versus Kushida. And I suspect two couldn't have a match even if they tried. So very well done. And all kinds of fun going on. Yeah, it looks like he disappeared on us for a bit. Yeah, obviously where Aaron is, there's a thunderstorm, so there's a good chance that's what's an issue here. So yeah. Kind of versus Kushida did a match between those, like you'd expect to be. Kind of already win the match and defeat Shi as well. Then, unsurprisingly, the man who didn't leave attacks. Right, Adam Cole. So they tag, they brawl, they fight. Ends up the arena. They're moved by Samoa Joe and security. Yay. This led to Kushida being attacked by the new unveiled Diamond Mine, which is Roderick Long, Tyler Vast, Kumbivins, and then Hataki Suzuki. Be interesting to see where these go from here. Should be interesting things going forward. Cool. So. We now have NXT UK going forward. If Aaron joins us later, we'll get him to go back and marks for these. But as well, I'm going to have to go for these matches. We'll just do them as we go. So NXT UK, with Mark Kofi versus Sha Samuels. This is what you'd expect from these two. It's a decent match. Well done from both of them. Coffee ends up winning this match. And yeah, that's good to see. It's nice to see Mark Kofi on. And always enjoy Shaw, so I see. Next matchup is Stevie Turner defeating Laura Di Matteo. These two were fairly new to me, so I kind of enjoyed this. Oh, look, looks like we have Aaron back. There we go. So, hey, the fun of the watch. And he's accompanied by the Octopus as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, there was a loud clap of thunder, and then my Wi-Fi just went yeet.
Yeah, I kind of figured out. I'll explain that. So, I did get through a few of these things. I'll let you go back to redoing. We hadn't done NXT main event. Having you talk about you can NXT main event.
Yeah.
Which was Kyle O'Reilly versus Kushida.
I mean, I was expecting a match striking masterpiece for a match of the year contention. And was I disappointed? No, mostly just by the picture break.
Yeah.
The ending made sense. Was it damaging to Kushida? No. Was the Diamond Mine bit damaging to Kushida? Yes.
Right. The O'Reilly beating it isn't damaging, so it doesn't happen. Keep happening.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, you kind of skip something as well, because the man who didn't leave came back.
Yeah. I didn't mention him because I know you don't like him.
Yeah, I did cover this while you were gone, but yeah, it's obviously just yes, but obviously now we have the Diamond Mine, as I covered before. Roderick Strong, Tyler Russ, Malcolm Bivens, and Hideki Suzuki attack Kushida. Now, why do you think this damages Kushida? Would be my question. Yeah, I know you want to show new logos and stuff, but yeah.
Not gonna lie, you just sounded like a computer going through a blender.
Yeah, you were pixelated really badly for me. So yeah, it's definitely a connection. There we go. He's gone again. Yeah, I think I've got internet issues going. So we did this show. We'll see if I guess come back. In the meantime, I will cover the rest of NXT UK. And if Eric's come back, he will do his bit for as well. So I got to Stevie Turner defeating Lauren Mateo. And we had TM versus Carter, which TM won. Again, I wasn't surprised at that at all. Nice match, though. However, this thing on this show, in my opinion, was the main event. Leah Dragunov versus Rampage versus Coffee. Oh, yeah. This hurt bad. Nice and fun, though. And Ilya won. So Dragunov find this could be done. Going for it. Yay. So that is NXT UK short roundup. Cool. That will now bring me to Smackdown. yeah, that just had a message from Aaron explained to me about his internet issues. Again, you live on an island like he does, you will have problems. It's just something that happens. So yeah. So SmackDown begins. It's also for Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso in the locker room, talking about the fact they can't. Jay's not there today. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. It's filler. Didn't really mean anything. This led, after that, we had Bianca Belair, Billy. This is what's a funny segment. This was a pointless waste of time, but for some reason they need to do it. It's those things. So. It did, however, to a tag match, which was Bayley and Rollins versus Belair and Cesaro. Which Rollins and Bayley won, because of course they did. Because this shit asking you. Yawn.
Hello. I've had to use my phone.
I did wonder about that, so.
I don't know why, but even though I've got like perfect internet connection, my laptop doesn't seem to like StreamYard this evening.
Yeah, some things are just weird.
Yeah.
So, I'd got through NXT UK and some of SmackDown, but if you want to go back to a couple of them, we'll do.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back to NXT UK, I think.
Yeah. Overall, I gave NXT a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It just wasn't that great. I mean, even with Roderick Strong's return, it was a bit
Speaking of which, probably should cover this. Why do you think the Dynamite Kushida was a bad thing for Kushida?
Probably because of the Cruiserweight Championship.
He got attacked by guys. How is that a bad thing?
I mean, if it's not, as long as it doesn't keep continuously happening, like it did with Drew McIntyre, with the UE when they first arrived on the scene.
Yeah, I do agree on that one. It can't happen every week.
I mean, as long as they don't do what the UE did to Drew, to Kushida, then I don't see it being a problem.
Yeah. Okay. I'll agree on that one. That makes sense in the story.
Yeah.
So, cool. So next to UK.
Mark Coffey versus Charles Samuels.
Yeah.
Pretty much what you expect, a heavy hitting, no nonsense match from the two of them.
Yeah, pain.
I mean, storyline wise, this didn't matter.
No.
But it was a good brawl or match, whatever you want to call it. And a win for Mark Coffey, so it was okay.
It was indeed.
Then you had Stevie Turner versus
Laura Di
Matteo.
Yeah.
It was a good match, but it was just a squash match. Let's face it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a squash match if it's done properly.
Yeah, as long as it does what it's meant to do, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Then we had a segment where a little video was played for us, and Blair Davenport has signed with NXT UK.
Oh, there you go.
So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to her debut.
I heard a rumor. Apparently, they're signing somebody called Drop.
Who?
Drop.
No, you broke up. I didn't understand what you said.
No, that's why I read it. I understand they're signing somebody called Drop.
Pipe Niven.
yeah, I've been here.
Then we found out that Stars has now accepted Tyler Bates' Heritage Cup challenge.
So basically, listen to Mastiff.
Yeah, thankfully.
As he should have done in the first instance.
He shouldn't have even needed to listen to Mastiff. He should have bloody done it in the first place.
Exactly.
So we should be getting that match next week, I believe.
Hopefully so, and not up to that.
Yeah, and then we had T.O. Man versus Carter, and I was expecting this to be uncomfortable, like uncomfortable to watch.
No, uncomfortable's the main event.
But yeah, but I didn't expect Carter to be in control from the start of the match, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when T.O. Man eventually got Carter to tap out, Raja came out, and I thought he was going to confront T.O. Man because he injured him a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
But no, he started beating up Carter, so I'm liking the look of this new alliance between the two of them. Like, they looked quite unstable.
That's not a bad thing. Good to see.
Like, you saw something in Raja's eyes that you haven't seen before, and it looked like a kind of like lunatic kind of vibe, and I liked it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
we'll talk about stable lunatic dangerous shit. That main event.
Yeah. Dragunov versus Brown versus Coffee. Now, my pick for this was Dragunov. Yeah, I may be a bit biased because he's like one of my favorite wrestlers.
I know.
But I mean, it was just brutality at its finest, really. Yeah. But like a great wrestling match too.
But that's what you expect from these three, not being funny. It's what they deliver.
Yeah, I mean, like Dragunov and Coffee both hurt their midsections.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the match, Brown just seemed unstoppable. But Dragunov got the win, and it was a clean one as well, thanks to a turnbuckle-powered torpedo Moscow.
There you go.
And then, of course, well, I wasn't exactly expecting this. I say, of course, but I wasn't expecting it. Walter came off of the milk carton and came out and attacked Dragunov.
I told this last week, if you remember.
Yeah, I know. But, like, I didn't actually expect it to happen.
No, a lot of people did. That's one of the reasons I called this, because I think people expect it to.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously he's the champion, but, like, the way he did it as well. And even Dragunov looked a bit surprised, as if to say, "Where the fuck have you been?" when he turned around and saw Walter standing there.
He's been in America, Imperium.
He was on the TV screen for the past 2 weeks talking to his Imperium buddies.
Yeah.
So he must have been on a long bloody flight home.
Isolation.
You
have to isolate.
So I'm thinking that the next takeover will probably be happening soon. And it will probably be Dragunov versus Walter 2, because they want that match in front of an actual crowd.
Yeah.
Because the first one didn't happen in front of a crowd.
There you go. Well, here in the UK, obviously, our restrictions are basically for the mass are as long as it was in the States, July the 19th.
Yeah.
that goes back to light passages and stuff like that. So,
another down from this week was that again, no Kaylee Ray, no Meiko Satomura. But it was announced that we will be seeing Meiko Satomura next week on NXT UK.
That's at least because you know she's coming.
I mean, yeah, but it's a bit ridiculous that she's got a 2-week reign already.
Yeah, it's literally 2 weeks too late. It should have been the followed her winning.
Yeah, she's got a 14-day champion streak, and she hasn't even been seen on her TV.
Yeah.
It's like booking?
Yeah.
So yeah, overall I gave NXT UK this week a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I can see that. It definitely wasn't strong as previous this week, but it wasn't bad either.
No, I mean the majority of the mark that I gave for it, like if I was being generous, I'd say a 7.5. I wouldn't even creep up to an 8.
Yeah,
but the 7.5 would probably be for the main event because it just was that good.
Yeah, I see why you give it, because the open match again, it was not, it didn't mean anything, and the women's match was kind of like a squash. So
Yep.
Yeah. I get why you gave them. I think that's fair. So, but that actually leads to SmackDown.
Yep.
We started off with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso looking for Jay, who's not there. For fuck's sake.
And then Jimmy saying he wants to be the new right-hand man.
Yeah. I think this week SmackDown got the Raw speed.
Yeah, they kind of swapped places. Maybe they swapped writers for a week to see what would happen.
I know what happens.
Yes.
Wet enough.
I didn't want to blow too hard. I might follow through.
And pitch back down.
Shit happens. As evident on SmackDown.
We can keep that, I'm sure. So following this, we had Bianca Belair Bayley segment with Rollins.
Bianca talking about how good her match and opponent was at Hell in a Cell. Interrupted, that started a brawl.
Basically, this shit must continue.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny.
It did.
Because Bianca was interrupted by Seth.
Uh-huh.
And then Seth was interrupted by Bayley.
And didn't high-five him.
Yeah, and then Cesaro came out as Bianca Bayley started beating Bianca.
Yeah, they must continue, basically. It's a tag match between the 4 people. Which was run by Rollins and Bayley.
If this would have started off the show, just like started off with this action, fine.
It would have worked better. Yes, I do agree with you.
None of the Roman Reigns BS, none of the segment crap. Just start off the show with this match, then maybe a Roman segment. So that way we're adjusted, we're settled into the show.
Good. It's literally what follows is another segment with Jim, but Paul Heyman's time.
Yeah. And he tells Jimmy to win a match.
I'm going to lose on purpose.
What would have made me laugh is he would have said, "Who should I fight?"
This would have been funny. if nothing. If you can't badass, be fun. Because at least then you're entertaining.
And Heyman just turned around and say, to show off, you've got to beat a show off. And then you get the match with the Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
Yeah.
By Heyman. Next up, this is an example of not good, be entertaining, be funny. Shinzo Nakamura is getting coronated.
I mean, if the new writer can't say Lashley, what's her hopes of saying Nakamura?
She calls him the artist. That's even if she knows who he is.
I mean, she can always call him Shin.
Yes, Michael Gulp. But yeah, Nakamura got coronation, and then Books was involved as well. Well, these two worked well together. This was stupid fun shit, which was great. Corbin's reaction to this, however, makes this work because he generally pissed off about the fact he lost his crown.
I like that Kayla called him King and then went, oh, no, sorry, Baron, and I was just like, yes.
Yeah, but that what and reaction to this makes this work because he generally he just coming across as upset he lost his crown. It's a complete stupid gimmick. It doesn't hold anything, but he's making it seem important because he cares.
Yeah,
which I.
I really hope that Nakamura alters the crown though, because like the whole wolf thing, the whole wolf look on the crown just doesn't work for Nakamura.
They may end up customizing it, but there's always a place end doing an actual fulfilling of the ring tournament. You might just redesign the whole thing.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. But this at least worked fact of it did make it seem important.
Yeah.
Well, like this or not, as it did a told story, and it continued this going forward, and it didn't do anything damaging to it.
I mean, it didn't do anything damaging to it, no, but did it really do anything?
It told you that everyone cared that he lost.
Yeah, but an interview could have done that. The coronation just didn't seem.
Yes, but Nakamura is a show off. He's a boring person, and you'd expect him to show off with a big coronation. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, I suppose.
Look at his entrance, for example.
Yeah, I guess. But what didn't make sense for me?
I get your point, though. Yeah.
Yeah. What didn't make sense for me though? Seth asking for Roman,
which is what follows on from this. Yes. Seth Rollins asks not general managers Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce for a Universal title match Roman Reigns.
I mean, a surprise. And a decent one? To be completely honest.
Yeah, to be fair, as a heel, Rollins definitely can do this.
Yeah.
However, maybe not the time to have done it.
No. Because, I mean, after the match with Bayley and Cesaro and Bianca, it still seems like there's unfinished business there, and it's just like, when is this storyline going to end? And now all of a sudden he's coming out and saying, I want Roman.
Yeah. He has put himself in a position by the way they put him. Could have had him clear and free to have done this. But now he's been involved in this thing with Cesaro instead of being focusing completely on Roman. This is why this is dumb. I do agree with you.
Yes. Thank you.
Makes sense to me. Money in the qualifying match. I have next. Oh boy. I have something to say about this match, but if you want to comment first.
The spear was upside down.
I knew that was coming.
I paid attention this time.
Yeah.
So Big E will get an Intercontinental Championship match next week.
Right. Yeah. That's what bothers me about this. Right there. You've just touched upon it. Why is your Intercontinental Champion in a fight match for money in the bank and losing?
Also, why is your Intercontinental Champion getting a qualifier match and your United States Champion not getting a qualifier match?
There you go.
Like,
I agree with you. It's stupid. The two don't add up.
No.
He's in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. He's now in Money in the Bank. That I'm happy with.
Yeah. And then it was announced afterwards that we will see Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match for a spot in the Money in the Bank match
next week.
If this is the main event, okay, but make it worthwhile. Don't make any of this subpar crap that they've been putting on.
Here's the thing with this. Right after this, Zayn's reaction to this was to go Adam Pearce and say, demand to be given contract.
What?
Did you not see this bit? Sami Zayn demanded to be given the Money in the Bank contract and not even have to qualify or be in the match. Demand to get it now because he said it was a conspiracy.
Yeah.
That at least is in character for Sami.
Mm.
But it's fucking stupid.
I hope Kevin's healed up from that Samoan spike. The Samoan spike. Oh, no, sorry. It's the Nigerian now. My bad.
Yeah. Well, if it's the spike, it wouldn't be an issue because we know it's upside down.
No, that's a Nigerian spear. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, it's all right. Yeah.
Just wow.
The thing with this, they've kind of given this away slightly who's probably going to win because one of them is going on a bit of a break.
Who's that?
I'm not going to say which on the show because I don't know who doesn't know. I'll tell you when we make that one. Because if anyone wants to surprise of knowing that, I'm not going to spoil it for you here because this hasn't happened yet.
Fair enough.
So I'll tell you if you want to know that when we're done.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh boy. They were doing so qualifiers, right? Sonya Deville announces Carmella is straight into the match without having to qualify.
What the fuck?
Only upside to this is that
I will say 5 words that I thought I'd never say before.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for Liv Morgan.
Right. This is what you should have happen here. Because it's led to a match between Liv Morgan and Carmella. There is a bad side to this, but we'll get to that in a minute. Morgan won this match. Carmella.
Bad side is, it wasn't for the spot.
Right. Carmella's in the match.
Yep.
And Morgan is now in this match.
Yep.
And they were doing so well with the event qualifying. They really were.
Yep. On the same wavelength as you. Like, yep. And that's the second week in a row that Liv's beaten Carmella.
At least that's consistent. But
it's consistent, but it's bad for Carmella, especially with her getting this spot on the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, why in that spot would be the question. I mean, yeah, she won the first one. Yeah, so what?
She won 2. Yeah, but that's because she had a gnome climb the ladder for her in the first one and give her the Money in the Bank. And then in the second one, she also had a gnome help her, but he got yeeted off the ladder by Becky Lynch instead of her actually making it herself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she had a gnome help her in both of those matches.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to call him a gnome because I don't like him.
Hopefully, they fix this.
What's the likelihood, though, really?
I say, but I probably don't hope for this.
I don't see it happening.
No. That leads us to our match, which is Jimmy Uso versus the Show-Off. It's Dolph Ziggler.
I mean, with Rude ringside, I was guessing that Jimmy was going to lose. Sorry, it was just with typical heel movement. When they've got somebody ringside with them, 9 times out of 10, that person loses due to a distraction or something.
You would be right, except for in this instance, they're both heels.
Yeah, but no. Like, Dolph definitely is. But where Jimmy's just returned, people were like, he's still a heel until he's done something bad.
I think he might want to rephrase. I think he means a face until he's something bad.
Yeah, he's still a face until he's done something. Oh my god, what the fuck? Like, bad.
By association, he's part of the family, which is a heel.
Yeah, okay, he's heel by association.
But you're right, he's acting like a baby face.
Yeah. He seems to be adjusting to his role as a heel and still being face at the same time.
Yeah, but it's a confusing thing to do to the audience because they don't know where he's going.
I mean, hopefully they work out how they're going to put him over as a heel if that's what's happening by the time crowds returns.
Which ain't that tough now.
Yeah, because if they don't, then you're going to have half the crowd booing and half the crowd cheering, and it's going to act like a whole Philly scenario.
No pressure to WWE in general. AEW have got crowds now, literally since Saturday. Like everything they do now is live, proper crowds.
Yeah, but WWE I think got way too comfortable with the Thunderdome side of things, and it was just like, we have this, we don't need crowds.
Except they're wrong.
Yeah.
In this instance, they are wrong. Because if you watch a wrestling, the crowd makes the experience.
Yeah, I mean, NXT's been having crowds.
Right. And by consequence, as I go with it being better, there is an actual real life interaction rather than just people going, yay! On a virtual thing. It'd be like if me and you sat there watching.
And the pre-recorded Drew.
Or Lashley. I'm not going to let that go, just to be clear.
No. Or the fact that Scarlett Bordeaux needs to wrestle.
I'm never letting that one go. Because that's right, she does. Her and Piper never.
What? Dewdrop?
Piper never.
Dewdrop.
Piper. Anyway, back to the match. We come to the tangent there. Don't ever going to give you a bad match. Dolph's a decent wrestler. And so Jimmy, to be fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't a bad try.
Uh-huh.
And surprisingly, from your point of view at least, you seem surprised. You won.
Yeah. It was surprising, but yeah, I'm glad he got the win.
I think for somebody coming back for me like he is, he's not had a lot. I think he did win this match.
Yeah. And then we had a 9-minute Universal Summit for the main event of the show.
Roman came with and yap.
Oh, I've got this I've got the whole 9 minutes broken down. Do you want to hear it?
Go.
We had a minute of Roman's entrance, 4 minutes of Heyman kissing Roman's ass, half a minute of Edge's entrance, 3 minutes of Edge kicking Roman's ass, 9-minute Universal Championship main event.
Yeah. Those of you who obviously didn't know, they marked the return of Edge. Okay, and here's the funny part: you've got Edge going, "You haven't beaten me." I remember WrestleMania, pal.
You've also got Edge shouting at a camera in front of him, "Where are you, Roman? Where are you, Roman?" Even though he just speared him.
Peripheral vision.
I'm looking at the screen and I'm saying, and here on your left, you have a Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like pantomime, like he's behind you.
It's just like they are getting ready for pantomime season.
Yeah.
This is like halfway there.
That seems too early. Yeah. It's nice to see Edge back, though. To be fair, I do like seeing Edge.
It's about bloody time.
I think it's with the wrong person, though.
Yeah.
It should have been him. You know when we had Rollins muffing off to the majors, this is where you should have Edge.
Yeah.
And then whichever one wins, then can change Roman.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I think we'll have that confrontation next week.
That at least would make sense to me.
Yeah. I think Edge will come out first thing in the show and start talking about how he wants Roman and he wants Roman now. And then we'll hear the burn it down and Seth will come out and basically laugh in Edge's face. And then Roman will come out and say, "Oh, neither of you deserve a shot at me. I've beaten you, Edge, and Seth, you're not even on my level. Like, you're mid-card," or something like that. And then Pierce will come out, make the match between the two of them, number one contender for Money in the Bank, either this week or the week after. And then we'll find out who's facing him at Money in the Bank.
Actually, it's listed as from what I understand. Obviously, plans change. But here's the thing. Things here. One, not general manager Adam Pearce, because they're not actually figures, because there are no authority figures. Because we're the authority. Trust me, the man's told us. Second,
would you say that about William Regal at the moment?
Well, that was the word about that whole shit. They got rid of general managers and told us we're the authority. Yet he was still a general manager.
Yeah. I mean, you can't exactly say to him that you're not a general manager.
But
especially when he's got Samoa Joe now.
Out of all of them, he was the most consistently good one. It's like, I would have kept him anyway. And try firing him now. Joe!
Sick him.
And they fired him. So he probably would. But
Yeah.
But
I mean,
second,
the only two consistent managers they've had in the past 5 years are William Regal and Johnny Saint.
yeah.
And Johnny Saint's been running things like with the COVID and everything, and he's like in the highest risk category because he's in the old age group.
Yeah. I would add a third person, by the way. They didn't do it very long, but Paige.
Yeah.
She took over from Daniel Bryan. He went back, so.
I mean, Mick Foley wasn't the worst either.
I'm talking recently, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you go a bit further back than Foley.
Yeah.
But the same thing I'll go to with the points I'm going to make actually is Edge and Wellington outstanding issue anyway. As you have a fairly longer memory.
Yeah.
It's the fact that back when he was in the Authority, he got them reinstated, but he threatened to basically break Edge's neck.
There's some history there, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
And the way he's looking at the moment, he's got his beard back, so he'd be on the psychotic side of things.
This could also lead to a Cena as well, because Cena was involved in that angle.
Yeah.
So
and Cena's been rumoured to return back to SmackDown as well, and not Raw.
Well, Cena technically is just a free agent present.
Yeah, but he is a free agent, but what I'm saying is the rumour is he's coming back to SmackDown.
The Fox show, so I'm not surprised.
Nah.
But like every more relationship, you know the USA Network are just going to want their own wrestler.
Yeah. So
we'll see what happens with this. I think hopefully they can. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Go from there. But obviously, as you rightly pointed out, that was the end of the segment. Essentially, when Edge came out and attacked him. So that's the end of SmackDown.
And I gave it a 5.
I think generous.
Possibly.
From my point of view, obviously the monk should give her up to you, but yeah.
SmackDown was the worst this week.
Oh yeah, easily.
And that's the first time that's happened for me in a while.
Yeah.
Because of course normally it's rematch Raw.
Yeah, but Raw this week was actually a decent show.
Yeah.
Which was nice to do.
Even though the writer can't pronounce the Bobby Ashley.
Yeah, Bobby Ashley. Yeah. The
Bob
big
Ashley.
black guy who's the champion. Yeah, Bobby Ashley.
Yeah, that was the description, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If the right question hadn't been a black person, she would have got in trouble for racist as well.
Yeah. Just a bit.
Obviously, we're using this in the context to explain what was said. We are not being racist, to be very clear.
Yeah. I mean, in this week in total, WWE wise, I'll say a 7, 6 overall.
I can say that. Yeah, there were enough good things for it to be that sort of mark.
Yeah, I mean, above average.
Yeah. Weirdly though, most of this shit comes from Raw. That's the only weird about it.
Yeah, it's like Raw and SmackDown did a Nuno reverse card.
Although saying that you might not remember Uno because Uno is an AEW wrestler.
Oh dear.
But he's Uno.
Wow. What happened to Dose and Tress?
They were exalted.
I thought you was going to say something like really dark then, like car accident or something. I was like,
no, even Uno's part of the Dark Order, which was Brody Lee's thing.
Okay then.
Yeah, he's literally like the leader before Brody came in to take over the Dark Order. So, yeah, not really going to say anything bad about that for obvious reasons.
No.
So, yeah. What we are going to say good things about, though, for those of you, because obviously we didn't do it beforehand, is look who got affiliated.
Yee.
And yeah,
That's a bit more up to date, isn't it?
Well, yeah. For those of you who'd like to study inside baseball stuff, I got sent this literally an hour before we went on.
Yeah.
So
It's had a rebranding.
Exactly, once you hit your mark. However, would you like to tell the people where it came from?
Yeah, my rebranding was done by a friend of mine, SebiG13. He does the branding, emotes, banners, and everything for the Crow fam, like some of the Crow fam members, which is the Discord community I'm actually a part of. And we're ranked 121 in the world at the moment, which is great. We surpassed Ninja the other day. For those of you who know about like rankings and stuff, Ninja's actually a well-known gamer in the gaming world.
Okay, yeah. For you wondering, this is being to me because I don't know this either. So don't feel if you don't know, because I don't either.
Yeah.
Not a bad.
But yeah, all my rebranding was done by SebiG13. Yes, I was really happy when I got affiliated. I actually used my Alexa to play I'm So Excited, and I literally did jump up and down with joy. I had a very autistic moment.
Well, to be fair, when it's a landmark for you important, then you should get some stuff. Yeah, why not?
And I got my first subscriber on my last stream last week, I think, which was really cool. Because when I got affiliated the same day, I decided to do like a celebrating streak, and I got my first 100 bitties and my first subscriber on my very first stream.
This is good.
So yeah,
we all start somewhere when it comes to stuff. So hopefully, lead more and more stuff. Obviously, that's Twitch. Go on.
I mean, once I get my own place as well, I'll be able to stream more regularly, become full time.
Yeah. But of course, the other thing we're doing.
Yeah.
Only
3 days left.
How is the diet going?
The whole diet's been like it's been interesting. I mean, I've missed meat, obviously.
Yeah.
It's not been as difficult as I thought it was going to be. And to be honest, I've actually felt a bit better in myself as well, like health-wise. So I'm thinking about keeping a couple of things that I've been doing while actually being vegetarian, and it's actually worked out cheaper for me as well. So
there you go. As well as helping charity, you've actually got benefit for yourself, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So always a good thing to do, people. So check out the Twitch. Check out the charity. Give support to the charity because charity stuff is all important stuff.
Yep. And we've had no donations yet this month, so any donations would be great.
Yeah, it seems to be a weird thing at the moment because I think people are a bit wary with what's going on with things change and all that sort of stuff. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I've got £15 in the swear jar at the moment. That'll probably change tomorrow.
Just happened if it's several hundred times, that'll do it for you.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be all well and good if I could afford to do that. If I could afford to pay the rest of the donation goal, I would, but I can't, so I shan't.
Yeah, that kind of defeats your objective, so.
Yeah, I mean, last month we didn't meet our goal. We got to £30, I believe.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I'm starting to look well, not look. I'm starting to like just grab the odd raffle prize here and there, and then when it comes to October, for the Macmillan month, I'll do like a raffle there, and then all proceeds will go to topping up the rest of the other goals that aren't met during the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's with a lot of these things, it's just difficult for a lot of people for various reasons with all this going on. But at the same time, yeah, there's ways and means to try and help this stuff. But again, it's still better than £30. Is still better than no pound.
Yep.
So that's the thing about it. Something is better than nothing, regardless.
Yeah, definitely.
It all helps. So I'll quickly do the channel stuff. Yeah, so there you go. Here's our Twitter. Here's our Instagram. Again, it's hashtag booking for our stuff, and of course to help keep stuff running and make sure nothing goes off. Yeah, like what happened the Patreon. So you can check that out for both shows stuff as well. I have an idea for something for us to do for a Patreon show, which I'll discuss with you once we're off air. I think it could be quite fun.
Yep.
So we'll see how that happens. So, anything else you need to cover at all? Do you reckon?
I don't believe so.
Or anything else you'd mention, plug, stuff like that?
No, I know I have something I was going to mention to you off air as well. So
okay.
I'm done.
What? Okay. When is your next stream? There you go.
My next stream is tomorrow evening. And it is at 8 o'clock British Standard Time. And I will be streaming Fortnite, which should be interesting. I may do a stream tomorrow afternoon as well at some point. Playing Minecraft.
So that sounds people will just keep it out because it sounds like it'll be more than one on tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be on a lot. I'll be on more than once tomorrow probably. But the evening stream's definitely happening.
Yeah. So keep up people basically because
Yeah.
People might appear here. So no, it's the way it works. I mean, the shows obviously here are pretty much a certain time because I be busy. But when you do this full time as a thing, like ours, you can be a bit more. Oh, I just went now.
Yeah, I mean, my mum goes shopping on Mondays and she's taken out by my brother, so I have the house to myself for a significant amount of time. So yeah, so I can do a bit of streaming and like pack away everything before she gets back, which is great.
Not a bad thing. So sounds good. So people, keep your eyes out and check that out. So say it's Fortnite tomorrow.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, in the evening, definitely.
Because I saw you did think about Minecraft.
Yeah, I've joined a Minecraft Discord family, and they have their own realm. So they've like sent me like an invite to the realm and stuff. And yeah, people who've seen my Minecraft world. Mine looks like a child's play area compared to these guys. They're like on a different level. I spawned into the realm last night just to take a brief like stroll through before I like chose where to set up my house. And I ended up falling to my death because they had more nether portals than I have fingers. And yeah, I got lost. I almost got lost. Like they're very, 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 very clever people.
Yeah, there's a lot of creative people out there in the world, and creative people are always good to around. So especially good ones who are douchebags. Unfortunately,
yeah, I mean, this Discord server is owned by Teddy Legend. For those people who know like the Minecraft community and stuff. and they added me to their Discord and their Minecraft family, so should be interesting.
It's not like AJ style gay community. It's a Minecraft community.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I mean,
self-resting joke for the people who know that is not homophobic.
No, it's not homophobic.
An idiot.
Yeah.
So I like to clarify because not everyone gets that stage. You have to have watched it at the time to understand the joke.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like saying it occasionally. AJ saying gay community because it's just dumb. Because
it really is.
but they and I think see, because I remember about Minecraft, so we won't mention it, but I think that pretty much does cover everything at this point. So before we get another bolt of lightning that's very, very frightening to everyone and shuts off the mobile phone network as well as the internet.
Yeah.
Aaron's playing with a stand.
I'm screwing my webcam back onto the stand.
Well, it's either that or it's a music stand for an instrument, knowing you, so God knows what it could have been.
No, it's my webcam stand because I don't like the cable getting wrapped around the stand.
Well done. You shouldn't do either because that can damage the cable. Good pro tip there. So with that one, people, we're going to let you all go and have fun. And me and we're going to have a chat about stuff. We're going to do another point. So see you later. Doodles, people. Doodle-doo.